for me, it's not even Mesra. It's just the social psychology of it. You see, there is a great difference between people who keeps all his unhappiness inside him, with people who can express their unhappiness. Who would be between the two would be happy? The people who can express, or the people who keeps in the heart?
Those who express.
In Malaysia, they express. And the most interesting and the most funny part is that the Chinese will say everything they hate about the Malays in Chinese. The Malay don't understand. They don't read Mandarin newspaper. So, no quarrel. But the Chinese are happy to say all the lousy things about the Malays. Except the Malays cannot say lousy things because the Chinese can read. That is the effect of bahasa kebangsaan. So, for me, it's very interesting. So, what I'm saying here is, Malaysians are able to say what they want to say quite freely, especially with the internet, blog. Everyone is saying. People say it creates tension. No. For me, it creates a lot of relief in the mind. Then you can actually see and listen to all the grievances. And I must say, 60% of the grievances, according to Pemandu, is non-delivery of governance system. It's not about ethnic group. It's not about ethnic grievances. Even if there are ethnic grievances, it is about social issues. Like, for example, this is where Mesra is very important. A Malay is not happy about education because they cannot get to the courses that they want. The Chinese is complaining the same thing. And the Malay will complain about schools, and the Indian will complain about school. Indians Tamil school, and the Chinese will complain about, it's all about school. But just because Chinese, Indian complaining become ethnicized, no. It's the same issue. Scholarship, PhD, beasiswa, it's the same issue. The Malays are also complaining because mengapa orang kaya saja dapat, orang miskin mengapa tak dapat? And it's not true that the Malays get everything. It's not true. And I'm myself, I don't let my children have scholarship because I can afford. So whenever I go anywhere, conference in the world, when the Chinese or Indian raise the issue of scholarship, don't talk to me. You are like me, I said. You send your children private, I also send. So no issue with me. Don't ask me this question. I don't understand. I can afford, I said. I don't know about your father, but I can afford to send my children. So this scholarship quota is not my problem, I said. So it is very interesting for me to look at this. So the grievances in this country, the more it comes out, the better. I'll give you why, the reason why I say this very confident. I have watched all the photographs. I managed to get hold of photographs of people demonstrating in the year 2007, 2008. They demonstrate. And then in Perak, they also demonstrate. 95% Melayu. 5% probably India, China. But a lot of orang yang jual air bukan Melayu. So there's a big business, demonstration. Hotel business. Okay? So, even demonstration has got a benefit, you know. I don't know how many of them are being paid to demonstrate. I don't know yet. But I'm sure they're being paid to demonstrate too. So, it's quite interesting for me. So, if we look carefully, there is a lot of noise. But this noise is necessary for a country like Malaysia. Why? So that people will be reminded again and again, beware, beware. Look after yourself. And who will say this? Mostly politicians. I remember a radio interview in Australia between a DAP member from Penang with Radio Australia. People, you know what he said? People on the ground got no problem. Politician making this. DAP, you know. I'm not talking about UMNO. I'm not quoting UMNO people. I'm quoting DAP person. What does it mean? It means that a lot of complaint, a lot of unhappiness. But actually for me, this complaint comes after they all got what they want, but they want some more. So that's why I don't see this complaint really become a problem. But if we handle them correctly, So Malaysia, we talk conflict, but we walk cohesion. We talk conflict all the time. We go to mamak shop, we talk conflict. We go here, we talk conflict. But actually, you enjoy the mamak food while you complain. Because at 3 a.m. in the morning, apa ini government? Tapi apa ini parti pembangkang? Something like that.
We talk conflict, but
we walk cohesion. The fact that we together, Malay, Chinese, Indian, go to the mamak shop to rubbish the government is fantastic. They do that in a very comfortable situation. Not between guns. But, okay, next roti canai, next thosai. That's what they do. If the election 2008 is like the election 1969. Election 1969, Alliance lost 2/3 majority. And then 13 May happened. 2008, BN lose 2/3 majority. Anything happening? Nothing. We become more peaceful, according to Global Peace Index. What does it mean? It means that Malaysians are mature enough. It's just that politicians don't think we are clever enough. They don't know they're cheating themselves. I would say, in front of them, don't think we are stupid. And if they think for a moment we are stupid, they will lose the government. Whether government party, government here means two, Pembangkang pun government juga, state government. And then government. So now in Malaysia, when you talk about the government, not only the federal BN government. So I think, because it is inevitable, we always think in terms of conflict because we fear conflict. We fear conflict. So we feel threatened all the time. But for me, I prefer to talk conflict rather than simpan. Sekali dia meletup, cannot heal. Globalization brings not only good things, they also bring bad things. Alright? Do you know that halal is a big business? In a way, $1 billion business. But halal also is a cause of divisive in this country. Alright? But then religion is already dividing people in this country. So it's a matter of like this. I would say this. In the 60s, there seemed to be no rape cases.
Yeah.
How come in the 80s there's so many rape cases? Because the Melayu now can report. They're not shy anymore. Got rape, man. Report. No rape also they report. So what does it mean? Does it mean an increase in being reported, an increase being in making statement? Therefore last time there wasn't? Come on. I don't think so. During the 12 years of emergency between 1948 and 1960, I grew up with my grandmother telling me, your uncle is a Malay Royal Regiment, askar Melayu Raja, sudah dibunuh oleh orang Cina. Sebabnya dia komunis Cina bunuh. The story was not about communist versus the government, it was about the Chinese versus Malay. That inside my head. But nobody talks it outside. But now, they will say, why should Malay get this scholarship? And then some Malay say, saya merasa malu. See, all these are dulu mana pernah. So does it mean there is an increase of talking and discussion and discourse? And there was none before. That shows that we are more serious? No, we are more serious dealing with this. Not we are more serious to fight. So you have to be very careful with this. Is this a sign of people want to fight? Or is this a sign of people want to discuss openly and wants attention? And I think they want attention. They have to be given attention. You see the case of Hindraf. It's a total neglect by the government. Of course, by the party concerned. But now, they have to create a special task force. Someone from Kita is leading this task force. Mr. Denson. Helping to look the incomplete houses. Incomplete projects. Hundreds of millions. Where is the... Ada rumah, pipe tak ada, api tak ada, semua ada. Apa ini rumah? I also will get angry. The same money for the Chinese, they got the house, rumah rakyat. For the Malays, they got. For the Indian, there's none. How come? Not because there's none. It's not done. So, I support very much this, to expose this. I think you have to expose this. So people are not happy in that sense. This halal thing is also a big thing. You are telling me one story, I will tell you another story. A Thai family, Siam, which is a Bumi Putra, dalam kategori in Perak, in Greek. She told me, she said, I have my children, kindergarten. And then stop to my house, and then want to drink. I give water? No. I want inside halal. Saya ni cawan tak halal. Saya mau dalam botol atau dalam. How does the makcik feel? This is the 8 years ago. So it's worse than the issue of. I think for me, this is a result of some other thing. It's not just a Malay, any Muslim. I see, for me, I think I find it's a very negative interpretation. I believe I'm very proud of Malaysia. I'm very proud of the clever Malaysian. People not, I'm very proud. I said, the Malaysians are thinking people. That's why we are like this. So what is the secret of Malaysia's success? I said, they suspend a lot of their differences. And the second thing is, in Malaysia, there's no real majority like Singapore. 80% Chinese, 20% Malays and Indian. In Malaysia, Malays only 50%. Campur-campur Sabah Sarawak 60%. The Chinese another 30%. The Indian probably 10%. Others. So we are competing small majorities. We are not total. And that's why all the time tak senang kan. Sebab apa? Nobody can rule this country on its own. No Malay team can rule this country without Chinese or Indian support. What does it mean? It means that you like it or not, you have to work together. So no use to quarrel lah.